Do you feel like your partner makes all the decisions? Stay tuned as we uncover the truth about power dynamics in relationships. Watch till the end for valuable tips. Welcome to Chief Talk, where we dive deep into the nitty-gritty of relationships. Today, we're tackling power imbalances. It all starts with a simple question: who's calling the shots?
Right? It's like that message we discussed, always deferring to the boyfriend, where to live, big decisions. It really highlights how common power imbalances are, even if we think relationships should be equal.
Exactly. We think equal, but studies show that's rarely the case. Less than half of people feel equally influential with their partner. Crazy, right?
It is. And think about our families growing up. Only 18% of college students reported their parents having equal power. It's everywhere.
So, how do we even know if a power imbalance is a problem? What are the red flags?
Well, feeling like you're constantly being told what to do is a big one. From little things like movie choices to huge decisions about marriage or kids, always being the one to compromise, to apologize first.
Oh, yeah. Or constantly feeling like you're trying to meet ever increasing demands. Learn to cook Chinese? Great, now learn French and how to bake a souffle. It's exhausting.
Totally. And it extends to other areas too, like physical intimacy. One person's needs always taking precedence. Oh, that's a serious sign.
Absolutely. These are signs of a true power imbalance. But what exactly is that?
It's when one person has more control and influence, their needs are prioritized. But it can be sneaky. Sometimes the person appearing to make decisions is actually bending over backwards to please their partner.
That's a great point. How do we even measure it then?
Well, Morano suggests looking at 5 things: attention, respect, sense of self, vulnerability, and benefits. Who gets more attention, respect for their needs, feels more independent, less exposed, and more satisfied overall? That's the more powerful person.
Makes sense. So, is a power imbalance the same as emotional abuse? Hmm.
Not necessarily. While emotional abuse always involves a power imbalance, it's about intentionally using that power to manipulate and control. Power imbalance itself isn't always deliberate.
Got it. So, why do these imbalances happen? Is it always a control thing?
Not always. The principle of least interest suggests the person less invested has more power. The more invested partner ends up giving up control over reciprocation, over what's prioritized. They're always adding weight to the other side of the scale.
Interesting. So, almost like a self fulfilling prophecy?
Kind of. Plus, differences in resources, money, attractiveness, other options play a role. And then there are personality factors like low self-esteem or fear of abandonment, making someone more likely to take the subordinate role.
It's complex. But what if this imbalance is causing problems? What can be done? Hmm.
First, figure out if it's even fixable, if it's hitting those red flags we talked about, like feeling unsafe or unable to be yourself. It might be time to leave. If you're experiencing this, remember, you always have the power to leave. Preserving your sense of self is key.
Right. What if it's not that extreme but still causing friction?
Then both sides have work to do. The less powerful partner needs to practice assertiveness, express their needs, invest in themselves, and avoid overcompromising. The more powerful partner needs to recognize that more power isn't the goal. They need to learn to compromise and actually see their partner's needs.
So, sharing the power, basically, learning to be strong in different areas?
Exactly. Sometimes it's about accepting some level of imbalance. It's natural for one person to be more empathetic at certain times. As long as it shifts, it can actually help the relationship grow. Always striving for perfect balance can actually be counterproductive.
This has been super insightful. Remember, folks, if you found this helpful, hit that like button and subscribe for more relationship deep dives on Cheap Talk.
And if you're dealing with similar struggles, share this episode with someone who might need it. We're all in this together.
So, we've talked about spotting power imbalances, but how do we actually fix them? It feels like such a huge, daunting task.
It can be, yeah. But like any big problem, breaking it down helps. First, is it even fixable? If you're feeling unsafe, controlled, unable to be yourself, that's not a power imbalance to fix, that's a situation to leave.
Right. Prioritizing your well being is key. But what if it's not that dire? Just uncomfortable?
Then it's about both partners actively working on the dynamic. The less powerful partner needs to focus on assertiveness, I statements, expressing their needs clearly, not constantly compromising.
Oh, that's hard for some people. Like, where do you even start with that?
Start small. Express a preference for dinner, suggest a different movie, it builds from there. And crucially, invest in yourself. Hobbies, friendships, things that build your sense of self outside the relationship.
So you feel stronger within yourself first? I see. Interesting. Makes sense. What about the partner with more power? What's their role in this rebalancing act?
Well, recognizing that having all the power isn't the goal of a healthy relationship, it's about actively listening to their partner, truly seeing their needs, and this is big, actually compromising, being willing to give up some control some of the time.
Yeah. And how does that work practically? Isn't one person always going to be more dominant in certain areas?
Sure, one might handle finances, the other might be the social butterfly. It's about sharing the power, being strong in different ways. Like maybe one's great at planning, the other is amazing at emotional support. The power might shift depending on the situation or even just the day. Like today, you might feel like taking the lead, and tomorrow, I might be the decision maker. It's about that flexibility.
That fluidity makes sense. It's not about a perfect 50-50 split all the time. It's about respecting each other's strengths and allowing that ebb and flow. That's a really important distinction.
Absolutely. And sometimes accepting some level of imbalance can actually be good for the relationship. It's natural for one person to be more invested, more empathetic at certain times. As long as it shifts and isn't constant, it can help the relationship grow. Always striving for that perfect balance can actually be counterproductive.
Phew. This has been a roller coaster of insightful conversation, power imbalances. Who knew it was such a complex topic? Thank you for joining us today on Cheap Talk. If you found today's discussion helpful, hit that like button, subscribe, and share this episode with someone who might need it.
And remember, healthy relationships thrive on mutual respect and shared power. Thanks for listening, everyone. We'll catch you next time on Cheap Talk.